Welcome to Epic Tales and Critical Fails, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition Remastered podcast. Prepare for adventure, terror, and the occasional use of bad language. We're a rules-light podcast. We don't agonize over the rules because, quite frankly, there's a lot of them, and we will get them wrong occasionally, so be kind. We're also using hero points slightly differently. No one gets them at the beginning of a session. Instead, the players accrue them during the game, and they can have a maximum of 3 at any one time. But if the worst happens, they have to spend them all to stay alive.
I'm Laura, and I play Katarra, a sneaky, stealthy sailor, or pirate, depending on your point of view.
I'm Lucy, and I play Bethilde, landlady of the Wandering Barnacle and grandmotherly gnome.
I'm Mike, and I play Bertie Bunce, halfling cleric of Pharasma.
I'm Maddy, and I play Minesh Adon, a tempestuous root leshy of death.
I'm Kyle, I play the vastly knowledgeable and cunningly clever Xander Dante.
And I'm Michael, I'm your GM, and I play everybody else. So we had left you off in Stinger's Scar, having agreed to find some of the missing knights of Lastwall and the cleric, Telandris Verim. Having fought a number of bugs, a swarm in the entrance, then you encountered a sin wasp queen and some crying cicadas, which you dispatched, despite the fact that Bertie almost became the incubator for the queen's larva. You decided not to jump a 30-foot wide, 150-foot deep chasm and have gone the other way, at which point you found yourself in this grotto with these stagnant pools and benches set around and this low mist that just seems to flow over the ground here. And you just feel a little bit more at peace in this place, a little bit easier. I need you all to make a will save.
Oh, nat 20!
Way!
Be warned, it's going to get a lot worse from here on out.
Okay, so Katarra, and you kind of just shake off this moment of drowsiness.
15?
Bertie, you fall unconscious.
No! Stop picking on Bertie!
15 for Bethilde and 14 for Beauregard.
Beauregard and Bethilde also fall asleep.
Oh, that's quite delightful.
Splash.
Snuggy time.
Minesh rolled an 18, and Molly or Ripper maybe rolled a nat 1.
Ripper is unconscious for a minute.
Don't get attached to the name, she might not keep it.
and just splashes into the water as he's been trotting along beside you. He just falls headfirst into it, and he's just like...
Okay, can I try and pick him up so he's not drowning?
He's the same. You're a small creature, aren't you?
Or just move his head. Yeah, I am. We're the same size.
He's not deep in the water. It's like an inch deep, and his nose is above
So
it.
he won't drown.
So you kind of lift his head up and kind of prop it up with a rock, and you're like, "What is he doing?" You're okay though. Xander, what did you get?
23.
23. You're okay as well. Both Tuppence and Alti also make their save. Alti reaches down to Bertie, and with a natural 20 does a medicine check. At which point she shakes you awake. Minesh tries shaking awake the mole, and it doesn't work. However, the guy there's lying in the middle of the floor, is in the middle of this pool, is a knight, a man in knightly armor. And he's like, "Help me, please, be careful. There's some sort of aura in this place. Seems to make you fall asleep, but I think you've worked that out by now."
Thank you for the heads up. Can I?
My name is... The DM checks his notes.
What a weird name.
Yeah, it's his name.
90 McNightface.
My name's Artie. I'm a knight of Lastwall. I came here with the cleric. Telandris Verim. Have you found him?
Not
Have you found any of my friends?
Whilst they're talking to him, can I use my staff and prod Bethilde awake?
Yeah, it's fairly easy. Bethilde, roll a perception check.
Say 13?
You wake up.
Oh.
Get up.
What happened?
You fell asleep.
Beauregard, wake up!
Can I cast Detect Magic around to see what's going on with this mist and stuff?
Yeah, you cast Detect Magic, and it's got 30-foot range.
Yes.
The mosaic in the middle of this place is magic.
Is it the mosaic or is it the knight himself?
The mosaic is magic.
I'm going to...
It has an aura of drowsiness.
I'm gonna put my hand into the water because I can sense that there's something weird and spooky going on, and try and read the psychometric resonance of the water.
You read the psychometric resonance, and suddenly your mind is just transported elsewhere. Your body is there, but your thoughts are so far away. The man and the water and the slowly rolling mist and Beauregard's snores are all just fainted in the background, far away. And you see dozens of visitors coming and going. Couples sitting next to each other, laying shoulders against each other. Some people reclining on the floor, all offering dreams and prayers to the goddess Desna. And then you see an earthquake that shudders and cracks the mosaic. And something is here and has been ever since. But you see back into the history of this place, it was peace, it was tranquility. It was a grotto of dreams. And suddenly you're back in yourself. You're like, whoa. You can't escape that feeling that there is something here.
There's something here. We're not alone. I can sense it in the mist, in the ether. Everybody be on guard.
Are you sure it's not just a water infection or something?
I mean, there is water, but not that kind.
It looks stagnant.
Can Katarra
Yes.
do a sense motive on Artie to
Go
see
for
if
it.
he's actually genuine or not?
Does Artie look injured or anything?
Looks like one of his legs is mangled.
Oh, can I go and
Can I-
do a medicine check?
Can I-
Bertie,
no,
wait.
Can I
Please,
hold you back?
help me.
Stay put.
17.
17. He is definitely... no, he's not at last wall. He's definitely in pain, and he really desperately wants help.
Is
Why
he?
don't you come to us?
I can't move. There was this...
Why?
I followed a friend of mine into the aviary. Me and Raxa, we went into the aviary, and then this big thing dropped on us, and it got my leg, and I stumbled in here, and then the pain got too bad.
Well,
What
you know
big
they
thing?
Say,
It was a wasp.
you know what they say, if you can't walk, you crawl.
I did.
I'm going to walk over to him and do a medicine
Bertie,
check.
Roll a medicine check.
Katarra
Sort
will
of-
walk with Bertie because she just does not trust this at all.
I would.
Such an untrusting person for a pirate.
I would. Bethilde would like go and spit really, really far, all 60 feet far, and give him rousing splash
Okay.
if he's not feeling great.
Why are you like this?
I'm just trying to help.
How many temporary hit points does he get?
8.
Okay.
16 healing.
Nice. He looks at you and he places a hand on your shoulder. Thank you. Oh, you're one of Pharasma's children, like Talandris.
Yeah, that's. We came to search for Talandris and well, his party. So
Yes.
we're very glad to have found you.
I was so glad to have found you as well. He was having dreams, you know. Do you have dreams?
Not the same as him.
Did they call you here?
Not here specifically.
Yeah, we were sent here to look for him.
Will you
and-
tell me about your dreams?
Why?
Because he told me about his.
No,
I don't like the way you're looking at me.
There's something going on here with the dreams. It's to do. There's something came through. It came through from the other side. It's when it cracked. It came through.
Now I'm
Everybody be
closer to
careful.
him. Can I do another sense motive?
Yeah, go
Because
for
there
it.
is
Can I
something.
Yeah.
sense motive to see if he's like somewhat possessed or whatever?
Yeah,
like?
Go
that's
for
kind
it.
of what I'm
Go
thinking.
for it.
Minesh calls over to Bertie to check his eyes to see if he's had larvae like, injected into his eyes.
When I did his medicine check.
You didn't know his eyes seem fine. He's focusing on you, and his eyes are moving around as you would. They follow your hand when you ask him to look at
Beautiful
them.
blue eyes.
Got 22.
22. No, he seems completely and utterly a bit shaken, dazed slightly, as if the loss of blood has probably gone to his head slightly. His thoughts are a bit all over the place, as you would expect. He's frightened. He's bleeding. He's now had his wounds bound, and it's. Talandris did convince these people to come here based on dreams.
So I'd say to Beauregard, you stay with the strange man. I'm going to go and look at this mural thing. So I'm going to go and look at the mosaic.
What strange
Roll
man
a perception.
is he staying with?
The one in the middle.
Oh, right, it's because he's
Can I-
still at the back.
I'll-
No, I know,
I'll-
so that's what I mean.
I'll
is
join it
send
to go
him
look at
over
the,
to the
mosaic.
guy.
I rolled a 22 on Arcana to see if I can see anything weird about him.
Other than his wound, there's nothing that's unusual about him.
Well, maybe if this place is trying to put us or put people to sleep, we shouldn't linger here too long.
We need to figure out what's going on with this mosaic.
It is so
Might as well go.
soothing staying near the mosaic.
I move out of the mosaic.
You step away from the mosaic slightly, and as you do, he goes, where are you going? Why are you leaving?
You can come with us, can't you?
He pushes himself up off the floor, and then he doesn't seem to have the strength to rise. He just flops back into the water. He holds out a hand towards Bertie. Will you just give me a hand?
Could someone stronger go give this lovely chap a hand off the mosaic?
I'm not. There's just something.
Oh,
not
you're
right
all
here.
cowards. I go and give him a
Yeah,
hand.
Bertie.
You go and grab his hand, and as you do, he pulls you close to him and goes, I bet your dreams taste wonderful.
Ugh.
Roll for initiative.
Yep.
Knew it so much.
Oh, I rolled a 2 as well.
Oh, I rolled a 2.
Oh, did I? We've got 3 2s.
He's going to eat our faces before we can do anything.
Your dreams are mine. Right, Minesh, what did you get?
Well, I rolled a 2 for a 12.
12. Wonderful. Xander,
17.
17. Katarra,
22.
22.
Right, Minesh is just trying to wake up Molly.
No.
Bertie,
2 for an 11.
11.
Obviously you're 12,
It's not
you know.
looking good, is it, guys?
Is this going to be like the tower level in Dragon Age? Because if it is, I will kill you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're
Bethilde.
talking about.
2 for 10.
10. Okay, well, top of the round is Tuppence. Tuppence is like, what's going on here? I don't follow. Why does he want to eat our dreams? Should I kill him?
Yes.
Yes.
If-
Yes, Tuppence, get him.
So he moves up adjacent to this guy and swings his hatchet at him. That is going to hit with a 31.
Nice, Tuppence.
Does it do anything?
Okay, so it does do... It hits. He does 6 points of slashing damage. However, it doesn't all appear to go through. In fact, the man almost seems a little bit incorporeal for a moment. Almost as if he took no damage at all.
Great. That is just what you want to hear.
Tuppence swings again. Misses. And that's his go. It's now the creature's go. The knight disappears, replaced by a writhing mass of shadows and whispered dreams. And it looks at Bertie. Your dreams and hopes are mine. And first of all, it is going to reach out a hand and rake it through you.
Bertie, when we said don't go up to him, do you regret not listening?
29.
I regret none of you being brave enough to do it yourselves. I'm
It wasn't
18
a question
AC,
of-
so is that
There's a
correct?
fine line
correct.
between bravery and stupidity, and you unfortunately crossed it.
Someone's got to do it.
20 points of
No, they
mental
don't.
damage, plus 2 persistent mental, well, 4 persistent mental because it's crit. It then turns to look.
Like you'd cry.
It turns to look at Katarra. Untrusting dreamer. And I need you to make a will save.
17.
17, that's a fail. You now have a -1 to will saves and perception checks for a minute. And then it's going to turn around to whoever else is closest to it.
Take your pick.
Tuppence or Xander or Bethilde.
Beauregard is also there.
It's going to look at Bethilde. Get away from my mosaic. And I need you to make a will save.
Come on, hot dice. 23.
23 is a success.
Thank God for that. As if it wasn't,
a
I'd be like,
creature
"Oh."
appears in front of you, looming out of the ground. It's got teeth and tentacles and looks vaguely like a snail, but it's horrific and terrifying. You are off guard for a round, even though you know this is an illusion. Just the shock of seeing it has put you on your back foot. That's the creature's go. It is now Katarra's go.
Okay, so I saw the damage that Tuppence did didn't seem to go through. Because
Yes.
I was stood right there. So I'm actually going to try and attack the mosaic itself.
That's what I was
that
thinking.
is sort of given this thing its form or is somehow contributing to its
Go for it.
power. I'll attack it with the rapier. So that's a 19.
You hit the mosaic.
And that will be 3 points of damage.
You chip at the mosaic. It doesn't seem to affect the creature.
So in that case, I will just try to... I'll feint against the creature as my second action. That is a 28.
28.
I rolled a natural 17 and I've got a +9 to deception.
Nice. That is a success.
And then I'll try to hit it, but it will obviously take the map.
Mm-hmm.
And that was cocked.
Oh, no, that's 25. 17 plus 9. 26. There we go. Yeah, maths.
Well, yeah.
We'll get there eventually. It's within that range. It's somewhere north of 24.
Yeah.
Right.
16 plus 10 is 26, minus 5 is a 21, and it has got a -2.
Yeah, it's off guard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hit. It's immune to your sneak attack.
Sad. So that is just 6 points of damage.
Doesn't all go through.
Yeah. It's piercing damage, if that helps.
In fact, it chips away at the temporary hit points that Bethilde gave him.
Oh, yeah.
That ends Katarra's go. Xander, it's your go. This thing is a writhing mass of horror in front of you.
Right, so I've seen physical attacks have pretty much gone through and not really caused as much damage.
Yep.
You know what? Before I do any form of attack, I'm going to move over here
Behind a rock.
but what can only be considered a trusty rock this time.
You're going to stand on the rock?
Are you going to stand on the rock?
God, no. No, I'm not falling for that one. I'm going to recall knowledge to see if I can figure out what this thing is.
Go for it.
I'm going to go for...
Arcana or occultism?
Yeah, which one should... what are my options, actually?
Arcana or occultism
Oh, brilliant.
would be, or religion if you wanted to.
No, not a chance. Not that nerd stuff.
Reading real magic books ain't nerd stuff.
You know what? Yeah, I'll go for Arcana. It's higher. Natural 20!
Hey!
You think this is a type of animate dream, possibly created, you heard Bethilde mumbling something about a dreaming people in this grotto, maybe manifested from the dreams of people who used to come here. You think it's very unfriendly. You think it's resistant to all types of damage, except force damage.
Okay.
Oh, God.
There may be other things on that list you don't know, but that's the
Even
first.
with a natural 20.
With a natural 20, force and ghost touch weapons.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So not fire.
Where's our ghost touch weapons, DM?
You also think the resistances it has are double against non-magical attacks.
Ouch.
So anybody hits it with a weapon that's not a +1 weapon, it likely won't do anything.
That's right, I've got +1 weapons, but
Yeah,
I don't have
okay.
a ghost touch weapon.
Okay. Sweet. Okay. Well, all this information gets relayed to everyone else. I've got one
Can
more.
we do anything to it?
Just-
Any of us can do any damage?
Does anyone have force damage?
Yeah, it'll just be, we'll need like
Spells do have
double.
force damage.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, does anybody have anything, though?
I swapped out all my force spells
Yeah?
for
I went for
ranged
fire.
fire.
Phase bolt. Phase bolt
Oh.
does piercing damage, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I have sonic
Um,
damage. But
Yeah. So if it's gonna only if only force
Well, he did
force
say that there
damage.
might be other things we're not aware of, but
To be fair,
force damage.
Phase bolt was
Use
my
the force.
plan A before I thought about going for recall knowledge. So,
You moved,
So-
recall knowledge.
and
You also think that there is an opportunity that it's definitely somehow tied to this mosaic,
Yeah.
but you don't think attacking it is the way to go.
can I spend my last what's the action called? Essentially trying to exercise the mosaic.
So doing a check against it. Or
You need
Yeah.
two
like a
actions to do
ritual.
something
You
like
need
that.
2 actions to do
Yeah,
something.
so to do something with the skill check that you think would affect the mosaic would cost you 2 actions and
Okay.
probably be an occultism check. But you certainly could aid somebody else at this point or do some other action that would set you up. You could roll another knowledge check because you've got a natural 20 to see if you can find anything further out.
Yeah, I'm going. That's my best action
The
really.
other thing is he said that it was resistant to all types of damage, so it's not immune to other types
Yeah.
of damage. It's just it might
Yeah.
have like a resistance 5 or a resistance
Yeah,
10.
I'm going to go for an occult check on the mosaic itself to see if I can figure out what's going on with it. That will be 26.
26. Yes, the mosaic has an aura on it which induces sleep. However, once you've effectively resisted the effect, it doesn't affect you again until you leave and re-enter the grotto. However, you do think that if you did a small ritual on the altar, on this dream mosaic rather, you do think there's a potential that if you succeeded, you could stun it and potentially leave it vulnerable.
Okay.
The creature.
I will shout out for, because I know Bethilde specifically can do that, occultism and stuff. I'm going to shout out for her to do the ritual. I'm going to shout out for Katarra and Tuppence to protect her while she's doing it.
Ooh, all right, I like the idea. Bit of rear guard protection. Let's go, Governor.
Well, that's all for me.
I'll do my best.
It's Ulti's go. Ulti is like, so everything doesn't work. Well, I'll roll a check as well. She got a dirty 20. She looks at Bertie. Bertie, did you pack Vitality Lash by any chance today?
Nope.
Well, that would have helped.
Well, yeah.
And she realizes that she meets the DC, and she actually says, I think Vitality might also hurt it.
I've got Vitality Lash.
In which case,
Thank God.
I suggest we use that. And then she's going to Divine Lance it because she hasn't got any Vitality spells. That is going to be a dirty 20, which is going to miss. As it goes straight past and blasts into the mosaic, chipping a part of it away. I really hope Desna isn't watching. That's Ulti's go. Minesh, it's your go.
Okay, I'm going to ask Molly to run in and then burrow under...
Molly's still unconscious.
No, he's not.
He's unconscious for a minute.
And yeah, but that was like before we started talking to
Yeah, it
the
would have been a
knight.
minute. So he's a bit sluggish, but he's like...
So he's going to move and then burrow to the other side of the creature, so it's off guard to Bertie. Other side.
Can it make it? Can it make it that
Yes,
far?
it can.
How much movement speed it's got?
It will have enough.
25 feet it should have, I would have thought.
Yeah, so one action 25 feet, one action burrow for 20 feet.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah,
It will
and
get
it's
there.
underground. And then that's what it will do. And then
It's under the ground. Slowly
Mole
water.
and a mole
There's a mole scurrying through the dirt as the water is slowly leaking into its tunnel, and it's just going as it shakes its head in disgust that its master has sent it into a basically underneath a reservoir.
But it won't be there for long.
If anyone listening could let us know what a mole actually sounds like, that'd be great.
Yeah, I have no idea what a mole sounds like. I should really Google this.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're right.
Yeah.
And then
question
Minesh is going to cast Vitality Lash.
Okay, is that a fortitude save?
Yeah.
That is going to be a 12.
That is a fail.
It's only 12.
Anyone get that joke?
Okay, so it's not a crit fail, it's just a fail.
It's enough though.
That is 12 damage.
See? It's only 12.
12 damage, and it all goes through.
Yay!
You burn away the temporary hit points, and then do damage to the creature. It's like, oh, you Leshy,
And
you
it's
must
also
have
clumsy
interesting
one.
dreams.
Clumsy one.
Would anybody like to hear what a mole sounds like?
Okay.
I know you're not far off.
That is quote an absolutely incensed hairy-tailed mole.
Routine mole.
That was a dancing mole.
Dance mode. Dance.
With Vitality Lash, is it only off clumsy if it's a critical fail?
No,
He
No,
fails
it's
to
clumsy because
Because
of
of
Oh, it's clumsy because of the mole.
because I
Yes.
hit it when the mole was...
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's right. So it's clumsy 1. Fantastic.
Yes.
Right.
So
That's
get on
your,
with that stun.
that's you done. Bertie, it's your go.
Well, I cast Sanctuary on myself,
Excellent choice.
and I cast a one-action heal on myself.
Even better. Burning through those spells.
Yep.
As Bertie does that, Bethilde, it's your go. Xander is yelling at you to perform some kind of kinky ritual on this mosaic.
Kinky rituals. It's my speciality.
I never said kinky, but I know that's what you would have thought anyway.
So, I I don't have any like rituals, so I was going to do like like an occultism check.
Yeah, you spend 2 actions to do some kind of occulty chant.
Before you do it, because it is 2 actions, if you've got guidance, you can always cast guidance on yourself to give you a +1.
Okay, I will.
Guyble.
I will
guidle.
I will guidance myself. Then I will sort of like rub my kneecaps and be like, "You couldn't do it, Bethilde. Come on, let's just ritual this bitch."
Let's get ritual.
And occultism, I assume.
Yes.
17.
17. The mosaic doesn't do anything.
I don't think I'm doing it right.
Was that how many actions was that?
2 +1 for guidance.
So you could have another go.
No, that's 3 actions.
She guided herself, and then it was 2 actions, which brings us back to
Understood.
Tuppence at the top of the round. Tuppence is like, "Well, I will do what I do best. I will hit it." That's going to be a 26 to hit.
It's off guard as well.
It is off guard.
And clumsy 1.
And clumsy 1, which takes its AC down by 3. However, Tuppence hits it, does 5 points of damage, and nothing goes through. He then tries again. That is going to be 21, which will hit. 10 points of damage. Some of it goes through. And then he raises his shield. "Right, Governor, I think it's your turn." It's now the creature's turn. The creature spins around towards Katarra, since you attacked it last. You attacked it first, actually, didn't you? It swings at you. That's going to be a 18,
Miss.
which misses. It's then going to turn, look at Xander, who screamed about doing a ritual, and fire a dream shard at you. It just holds out its arm and just fires a jet of black energy towards you. How does a dirty 20 do against your AC?
Just hits.
Just hit. Okay. Let me get my dice. That's going to be 16 points of
Jesus
mental damage.
Christ.
Oh, Bertie, you take 4 points of mental damage and roll a flat check. And then with its final action, it's going to attempt. It's going to Tuppence is going to make a will save. 21. He succeeds. So he's like, "Oh my god, that cannon is rusty, but it's an illusion. I am not put off by it." He is off guard until the end of his next turn, though.
Okay.
That's the creature's go. Katarra, it's your go.
Okay, so it is still off guard to me because of distracting feint. So
Yes,
I'll try
it is.
to hit it. Nat 20!
Yay!
Hooray!
30.
30.
And it's off guard.
It's critical hit. Of course it's a crit. It doesn't have an AC of 30.
So that'll be 1d6 +1 plus a deadly d8.
Yes.
Oh, that was only 2 points on the d6.
So 3 points from
No,
the
it
rapier.
was 1 on the thingy, so it was a thing. Sad dice. And 8 points on the Judal what's it?
So it was 1 plus 1 for 2.
Plus 8.
No, 1 plus 1 for 2 doubled 4 plus 8, 12.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Not all of that goes through.
No,
However, some of it does.
it was a nat 20. Somehow.
It was.
So I will then do a second attack with the map.
Okay.
Nat 20!
Oh, wow.
Hey!
The thing looks a bit more ghost-like suddenly as it uses its reaction, dissolve into shadows.
Okay.
Roll your...
I get my deadly again, don't
Yes.
I? Okay, so that was 3 plus 1 is 4, which is 8.
Yep.
Plus 3 plus doubled is 6.
No, you don't double the last
Oh,
bit.
okay, so that's 3 points on the d8.
So 11 points damage. Yeah. 1 point of damage goes through as it doubles its resistances by using dissolve into shadows.
Oh.
And then you've got 1 action left.
Distract and feint.
Okay.
You cough to distract it.
You're like, excuse me?
No, that was only a natural 3 that
No,
time.
it regains its +2. It goes back up to its full reflex save, back up to its full perception, and it's like, your dreams are mine now. Xander.
After being hit by the dream shard.
Oh, hang on a minute. Bertie, what was your flat check?
Nat 20.
Nat 20. You shake off the mental damage.
being hit by the dream shard, Xander starts having like kind of like a dream flashbacks of being like cold, alone in the dark, and he comes back to. And he's going to stay. If I go for the ritual, I'll be able to reach it from where I am, or do I need to be closer?
You need to be. Where are you? More than 15 feet away?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to be within 15 feet.
So he starts kind of almost dazedly walking to about 15 feet away. And he's going to reach out, and a stream of light is going to come from his hands. He's going to grab the mosaic, and I'm going to do an occultism check against it. Can it be Arcana? Or?
No, it has to be occultism.
Can you give yourself guidance first? Or
I don't have guidance.
You couldn't move, guide, and do the ritual.
True.
That is 19.
Success.
Yeah!
Until the end of its next turn, the creature is off guard and stunned 1.
So wait.
Actually, no, sorry, to the start of your next turn.
So that's my next turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
As Andy's kind of in place, like, with a
So it's
light
clumsy
and
1,
magic.
stunned 1, and off guard.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That brings us to Ulti's turn. Ulti simply looks at this creature and fires a Divine Lance. Misses.
Even though it's off guard.
Even though it's off guard, with her 13. And then she's going to raise a shield. Minesh.
So the creature will need to do a fortitude saving throw.
Dirty 20.
Even with the clumsy.
So it's basic.
Fortitude isn't affected by clumsy.
Yeah,
It's sickness.
so it'll take half damage, so it'll take 3 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to command Molly to attack. So it'll attack twice. 17 doesn't hit, does it?
17 misses.
Ben's taking 3 damage.
Because I rolled. Oh. Yeah, it took 6 damage, sorry.
Oh, 6 damage, okay.
Thank you.
Maths.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Maths
So Matt's is just reading your dice.
Reading harder.
Oh, good.
Jim.
And
Reading
then
maths, Jim.
second attack with its claw, so the second attack's agile.
Mm.
So that would be -4, and that would be 19.
Misses.
Okay, so no.
Wait, is it still off guard?
Yes.
Is it off guard to the mole?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
'cause
Bertie
And
is
it's
the other
clumsy
side.
1. Yeah,
So
then
it would be
yes,
off
it
guard-
hits.
Off guard until the start of Xander's turn.
Oh, yes, it is, isn't it? Because of
Yes.
the mosaic.
Ritual,
yeah,
yeah.
it hits.
That is 7 damage.
Yeah, not all of it goes through.
Yeah.
However, it still continues to chip away at this creature that seems a little bit listless suddenly as Xander does this ritual. That ends Minesh's turn. Bertie, it's your go.
Can I rousing splash Katarra
Go for it.
for 5 temporary hit points
Nice.
and guidance Katarra?
All right. Bethilde.
So since Xander did a better job than I did, I'm like, well, it looks like this isn't going to help.
Obsolete.
I think Tuppence, I think we need you, and I think we need you to be a bit larger than life today. And she sort of points at Tuppence, and he starts to feel a bit weird, and then he gets bigger and bigger
I've always wanted to be taller.
as I cast enlarge on him.
Yeah. He's now clumsy, isn't he?
So he is clumsy 1, but he has.
Is that all the spell does?
He's now large sized,
Right.
and he has a +2 status bonus to melee damage.
Okay.
I'm going to. I don't fancy any bad dreams myself, though, so I'm gonna get out of the way. So I'm gonna head back towards like that tree over there. So I'm just like out of the way.
Okay, so you head over
bit.
towards the tree on on the edge of the pool.
Yes, so I'm
So
kind of
I'm
like
wading through the
so
mist.
yeah, so I'm
getting
kind of
out the way.
hiding underneath the branches a little bit.
So
So
I take it has no reactive strike.
Doesn't appear to. Doesn't
Okay.
slash out.
Okay.
Just checking.
It does have a +2 to deception checks, though, to impersonate specific individuals. Doesn't have a reactive strike, though.
There you go.
Okay, it's
so yeah,
now
enjoy giant
Tuppence's
tuppence.
turn. Enjoy giant Tuppence. And now
Guide you, Tuppence.
He's clumsy.
he's going
He
to
is clumsy,
attack.
but
Natural 1. Second attack. Does 28, 26. 26 hits. He's going to do some damage. 10 points of damage. Not all of it goes through, but
Does that include the +2?
that includes the +2.
But still, it's like,
Yeah,
and
it's
lasts
helpful.
for 5 minutes. So
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Right, and then he's going to raise his shield as a third action. Now it's the creature's turn. All of you within 5 feet of it. Katarra, Tuppence,
Molly.
Molly, Beauregard. Bertie, roll a will save.
A 27.
That's a success. You're frightened 1.
23 for Beauregard.
Frightened 1.
24 for Molly.
Frightened 1.
I was 24 as well.
Yep, frightened 1.
Does that count as it doing an attack against me?
No, it's just an aura.
Okay.
As it does that, you're all frightened 1. Tuppence is also frightened 1, and then you go. In fact, no, he's frightened 2. But because he's brave, he shakes off frightened 2 and becomes frightened 1. That is the aura that it's now triggered, and it's going to take a strike against Bertie. It needs to roll a will save, doesn't it?
Yeah, 19.
23.
Okay,
So it gets to attack. 17.
my AC is 18.
Misses. Then it swings again at Katarra. This time it's going to be a 13. Sucks.
Miss.
And then it's going to make you make a will save.
Me?
Yes.
Have you used the guidance yet?
No, not yet.
Guidance ended when it got to his turn, so you assume it's used on your first roll.
Oh, right. Well, I didn't add it to my previous roll.
Oh,
but
okay,
I still
well.
would have been frightened 1. Okay. Hero point.
Oh.
Okay, that's better. That is 18 plus 7, which is
25.
Yeah.
On a 25 is a success. You see coming out of the water a nebulous shape that you cannot quite place. A shadow in humanoid form that terrifies you. You have no idea what it is, but you realize it's quite quickly it's an illusion, but it puts you off that you're off guard until the end of the start of the creature's next turn. That is the creature's go. Katarra, it's now your go.
Okie cookies. So yeah, I will try to hit it.
Go for it.
That's probably not going to hit. That was only a 17.
Misses.
Okay. I'll try and hit it again. That's better. That is 27 minus 5.
-6 because you're frightened.
Oh, well, yeah.
21 hits.
Yeah. Oh, cocked.
Are you... wait. Are you off guard with it? Is it off guard to you?
Yeah, it's off guard till Xander's turn.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, so yes, it's a hit.
So that is 6 points of damage.
Oh, wait. You're not off guard because it had only had 2 actions because it stunned 1.
Yes.
So it couldn't do that last move.
Okay, well, 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Not all of it goes through, but it does begin to look like it's starting to fray.
And
As a
I
spiritual-
will, as my last action, try to distract him fainty.
Okay.
That is a blub. 18 plus 8.
25. 26.
Yeah.
Yeah, success.
And that's my turn over.
Okay. Xander.
I will continue with the ritual to
Roll occultism.
Xander has like the light coming off, and using that, he's like, you see him ripping out the dreams and memories of like what the place used to be, and throwing them away.
Discard those dreams.
So only an 11.
11. No.
Yeah, that one stays. Can't
The
rip
dream
it.
just is sucked back into the mosaic.
Yeah. Which case then I'm just going to, using the same beam of light, create a shield around me.
Okay, so you raise shield. And that brings us to Ulti. Ulti is going to fire a Divine Lance. That's going to miss because it's no longer off guard. And then she raises her shield. That brings us to Minesh.
Okay, make a fortitude save, please.
13.
Fail. That is 10 points of damage.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it?
And then I'm going to ask Molly to attack.
Go for it. You just hear this as it launches itself out the floor. A mole missile. A mole pedo.
No.
Does a 19 hit if it's off guard,
Is it off guard?
and clumsy and stunned?
It's no longer
It's off guard and clumsy, so yes, it hits.
It's off guard to Molly
Molly.
because
Oh,
of
to
Bertie.
Molly. Yeah.
Yep,
does.
it
Yeah.
hits.
We need to investigate Molly.
Oh,
Is it weird how he wants to hang around with Bertie, the smallest and youngest of the lot?
That's 5 damage. And then
None of it seems to go through.
none.
None.
It's probably got resistance 5. So
Oh.
It's back at resistance.
It's more
Um,
than 5 damage.
And then, the next attack won't hit, I don't think. -4, 6. 13, no.
Misses. Yeah. Bertie, it's your go.
I am going to Rousing Splash Minesh and Guidance Minesh.
Okay. Now it's Bethilde's go.
Even though I'm out of the way, if I'm doing the ritual,
You need to be
I've
within
got-
15
well,
feet.
I've got the spell thing with Beauregard, so it's sort of a spell. Can I say that Beauregard? I can do it through Beauregard.
It would be harder because Beauregard hasn't got any opposable limbs, but you could try.
Yeah, eye stalks do a lot of work.
They do a lot of work, but they're not as accurate.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. I'm still gonna. I think I'm still gonna go for it anyway. Okay. No, I'll move around the back of this
you just
thing
need to get within 15
within 15 feet, but so it's like not looking at me at least.
probably like there.
And yeah, I'm gonna have a go at the ritual. I'm gonna be like, hookus pookus. That's a 16.
16 is a fail. You think this mosaic is mocking you.
I'm like, well, stuff you, stupid mosaic.
Which brings us back to Tuppence's go at the top of the round. Tuppence is like, ooh, I like being big. And he
Was it
swings
clumsy?
again. That's a natural 2. That's why he's so clumsy. And that's a natural 3. That's even worse. So he then raises his shield. And it's the creature's turn. The creature turns and slashes at Bertie. Is your sanctuary still active?
Yep.
That's a 30.
Yeah, that goes through. So
Okay, so then it
Wow.
attacks 23 to hit.
that hits.
You're going to take... that's going to be 12 points of mental damage and 2 persistent mental damage. And then it's going to swing at Tuppence. That's going to be a 27, so it's going to hit Tuppence. 13 points of mental damage, and he's going to take 2 persistent mental. And then it is going to turn and look at Xander and make you make a will save.
Maddie pick a dart. Why, Maddie? Why?
She chose poorly.
Yeah, she chose very, very poorly. That is a 10.
That
You
is...
sure you not got a hero point?
Yeah, can use a hero point. Do I have a hero point?
I haven't told you the answer yet,
mean-
so you could if you have one.
If you have one, but I don't know if you have
Your
got
sheet
one.
says you've got 2.
Sweet, okay. Did not realise that.
Read your
Go
character
magic
sheets.
dice. Oh, that's better. That is 24.
24. Suddenly, rising out of the water seems to be some kind of tank. And you're like, ah! It's this sudden, instinctive, deep-rooted fear. And then you realise it's an illusion and are only off guard for a round.
Sweet.
That's the end of the creature's turn. Katarra, it's your go.
Okay.
I'm going to gather you meant not a military tank.
No, it looks like an ectogenesis
Yeah.
container.
Oh, I thought you meant like a tank of water. I was like, that's weird.
No, like a large glass tube.
Yes.
That kind of tank.
Right.
Like a Bacta tank.
Yes.
My distracting feint didn't work last time, did it?
No.
No,
But
so-
wait, no, it did.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's still off guard to me then.
Yes.
Cool.
You
So-
failed the second time and then did it the third.
Yes, I will try to hit it. No, that does not hit because that's a 15. So second attack. That is a dirty 20.
It's off guard to you and it's clumsy, so yes.
Yeah. Ooh, 7 points of damage.
Not all of it goes through.
Yeah, but some of it goes through.
Yeah, some of it does go through.
And then
Yay.
last
Like one.
no, 2. No, 3. No, I can't do math.
2 points of damage.
Yeah. So distraction feint again.
Yeah.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is a fail.
What? So it's. Did it work or no?
No, he didn't succeed.
Okay. That's my turn over.
That's your turn. Xander,
Continue with the ritual.
go for it.
Again, this time really dig in. Like, seeing like, all these illusions, just winding Xander up, and he just digs into the magic of the mosaic and just rips as tough as he can. No, why? That's awful. It has to be your occultism, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Can I negotiate?
Well, where's the floor?
Actually, no, screw it. Gonna hero point this.
You can hero
roll-
point it as well, yep.
Gonna
Have
hero
you
point
thought
it
about
again.
like fixing the mosaic? Are you only good at crafting?
It's not broken, is it?
No, it's definitely got to be occultism.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would help, but I'm not trained in occultism.
No, I'm not either.
Yeah. Okay. No. That's actually worse. Funnily enough, that is now 11.
Okay, yeah, that's a failure.
And
So-
then I'll cast shield.
And then you cast shield. That comes to Ulti's turn. Ulti tries with the Divine Lance again. Natural 1. Raises her shield.
Sake.
Oh no.
Both of your companions totally stinking at the minute. Minesh, it's your go.
Okay, I'm going to change things up a bit and cast Floating Flame onto the creature, and it needs to do a basic reflex save, please.
25.
Okay, so that's a success. It'll take half damage. So that is 3 fire damage.
Doesn't seem to go through.
And
At
then
all.
At all.
no, it won't. And then I'm gonna aid Tuppence.
Okay. What are you going to do to aid him?
Is there, when I cast the flame, can I kind of make it dance a bit so it?
Yeah. So you can roll a
Um,
nature check since you're a primal based caster.
Okay.
Don't
Roll
worry
it on
about
his
don't
turn.
worry about it until his turn though. So we'll come back to that. That's your 3 actions. Bertie.
I am going to try to help Xander with his occultism.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm going to do my next occultism check.
Nat 20 for
Hey!
So what was the total?
25.
It's stunned 1 and off guard until the start of your next turn.
And then I'm just
There's
going
only
to...
one layer of success, Laura, as you stare at me.
I thought he was guiding Xander or aiding Xander.
No, he was doing the occultism check.
Oh, right,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, sorry.
And then I'm going to guidance on Xander.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bertie just starts chanting in what sounds like Celestial or something, or Empyrean or whatever we call it these days. And suddenly it's the mosaic glows slightly, and there's a subtle butterfly effect that just ripples out from it. And the creature just reels slightly. It's like, no, you will die.
Probably. Eventually, like everyone.
You will meet Pharasma like you dream.
Can't wait.
Bethilde, it's your go.
Well, since trying to do the ritual thing isn't my deal today, let's try smoshing it instead. I'm going to try and hydraulic push it.
Go for it.
That is a 21 to hit.
Hit.
Okay. 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
It uses its reaction to dissolve into shadows, so not all of it goes through.
And it's also knocked back 5 feet.
Oh no.
Into Moley.
Sorry.
Although
Well, I'm on that
Moley's
side, so
underneath
technically
you.
it's knocked
no.
into Beauregard.
It's not clumsy anymore.
It's knocked back 5 feet. It's no longer clumsy. Amazing.
But it's also not near its mural. Does that make any difference? So mosaic. Does it not make
The
it-
mosaic's quite big. I think it was like a sort of quite a large mosaic.
It's a large mosaic. That's Bethilde's go. Is there anything? Are you doing anything with your last action?
I am going to try and make up for the fact I can see that Tuppence is struggling a bit now. He's massive, so I'll be like, "No, you need to hit them harder, Tuppence," and I'll give him guidance.
Okay.
Great advice.
Roll your aid check, Minesh, as Tuppence attacks.
Do I add anything?
Add your nature.
Add your nature.
Okay, so that is 17 plus 8, 25.
25 is a crit. so that's +2. So
Plus
that's
one from
+1 from
guidance.
guidance and +3 to his attack. So that's a 27.
Yay.
Is this creature off guard tuppence?
No.
No.
No, right.
Okay, well, he hits it, and he does 11 points of slashing damage,
That including the +2.
including the +2. So, and that's like the first hit, and he's like, "Ooh, I've got the feel for this now." His
I
second
told you just hit him harder.
attack misses though, and then he raises his shield.
Oh, maybe not.
Well, it's a bit harder
It's
on the
okay.
second swing. I'm overreaching
We're
slightly.
damaging it.
Now it's the creature's turn. The creature only has 2 actions. However, it turns to look at Bertie, and I need you to make a will save.
This
As
just
it-
feels personally attacked by this place. Like, there's not much pleasure in this pleasure garden for you.
28.
28 is a success. You're going to take half damage and become frightened 1.
Oh.
As a ghostly limb suffuses you with untold horrors.
Raise your hand if you've ever been personally victimized by your GM.
He just doesn't like healing.
Yeah, that's it. It's just take the healer out.
Yeah. So you
It's a
take
good strategy, to be fair.
17 points of mental damage halved, so it'd be 8 points of mental damage.
Cool.
Bertie, did you take? You've got persistent mental damage, haven't you? Did you
I
take so you've
do.
got 2 points of that on your turn and roll a flat check to see if you get rid of it?
In that case, I go down with the 8 points of damage. Flat check was a 19.
So you shook off the mental damage, and then whack! It takes you down with this ghostly limb. However, that is the creature's go. So now it's.
Oh, did it do a will save to attack me?
Oh yeah, we'll save. That's going to be. Looks like it's a 16.
So
However, I thought it critically succeeded last time around, and when it does that, it ends the spell, doesn't it?
I don't think it critted.
It rolled a 30 last time around.
Yeah, it did then. Yeah, so, yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, it ended the sanctuary because your DC is 20, I think, at the minute.
19.
19, yeah,
Yeah.
It rolled high enough to crit
Cool.
last time. So that hits you. Bertie goes down with a splash, and it's Katarra's turn.
Right. So my distracting feint worked last time, didn't it?
No, it failed.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll try to do that first then. That is a dirty 20.
Fail.
Oh, right. Okay. So I'll just try and hit it then. That is a 26.
Hits.
Okay. 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'll try hitting it again. 28 minus 5 is 23.
Hits.
And that is 5 points of damage. That won't do.
Doesn't go through.
Yeah.
Yep. That ends your turn. Xander, it's your go.
Yeah, Xander is getting visibly like angry at this point. He uses the kind of thread of magic, wraps it around his arm, roars out in anger, and that starts pulling it like the magic towards him closer. Hoping to get it work. Hoping to get it to work. Sorry. I'm not going to ask Maddy to choose the dice this time. Lucy, pick a dice. Any dice. That one. Why?
Oh, no.
Natural one. Don't worry about it.
Natural one. You feel the power, and it slips out of your grasp. Which you've got 1 action left.
Who's after me?
Ulti, and then Minesh.
The Minesh.
Minesh has already got guidance, I think.
Yeah. I can't do guidance or anything. What's Ulti been doing? She's been just attacking.
Firing
Firing
Divine
off a divine lance. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's now looking at Bertie, though.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just going to hold up shield.
Okay, you hold up shield. It's Ulti's turn. Ulti moves over to where Bertie is. She's got 5 squares of movement. Could she get there?
Yeah.
Yep. And then she battle medicines.
Yeah.
That is going to be 15 exactly, so she succeeds. She's like, Bertie, get up. We need you. 13 points of healing. She slaps you around the face.
It's always nice to be needed.
She's like, get up. You stop sleeping on the job, halfling.
Yeah.
That's she's got 1 action left. Is she within range of the creature?
Yes.
She stabs it with her rapier and misses. That's Ulti's turn. Minesh, it's your go.
Okay, 1 action, sustain the
Flamey thing.
Yeah, the float flame, and I'm going to move it into the creature again. And I need another reflex saving throw, please.
Dirty 20.
Okay, so it's half damage, and that is 12 plus 5, 17. Half of 17 is...
How did it do so much damage this time?
I rolled very well. Half of 17, please, is 8.
8.
And then I'm going to cut and use a fortitude saving throw, please.
Okay. Natural 1.
Yay! Go on!
Amazing. So
It's a
that
vitality
is...
lash.
Yeah. That is 10, 12, so 24.
You kill it. The creature just goes, no, so many dreams untouched, and just shreds like a wisping cloud caught in a gale. As it fades and disappears away, you notice lying where it was originally is a prone body, face down in the mud.
That was a nightmare.
Should we
Can I
take the body back
Can I check
with
the body?
us?
See
Yeah,
what
that-
there
roll
I'm going to go
perception check.
poke the body.
Poke the body. It's definitely dead.
Unfortunately, it appears to be dead.
18.
18. You roll the body over, and it looks like the guy.
I got 25.
25. Looking him over, definitely has the same face that thing was using. This is obviously the body it stole the appearance from.
Does he have anything on him? Is all?
He has on him a staff and a hat. And also in his robes, you find 20 silver and 50 copper.
Sweet.
I'm going to do treat wounds on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Can I detect magic on the staff and hat?
They're both quite magical.
Sweet, okay. Let's go to.
And the hat's magical in the way it looks as well.
What does that mean?
It looks amazing.
It's a pointy wizard's hat.
Yeah.
Aww.
It's going to pick all this
It's a
stuff up.
stereotypically pointy
Yeah.
hat.
It's have that stars on it and everything.
Yeah, it's got a little brooms with with arms on, dancing around it.
I'm going to inspect this mosaic and see if anything's going to come out of it again, or if there's going to get anything else from it.
Oh, one of the things you also notice about the body, both of the eyes are missing.
So you didn't get away from the sin wasp.
No.
He got away and then likely ran into this thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Bethilde sort of like feels for the mosaic and then noticed Xander putting the hat on and is instantly distracted by how amazing he looks because I rolled a nat 1. And she's like, oh, that's very, very dapper.
Tuppence shrinks back
Quite
down to his
quite
normal
happy.
size.
Oh.
He's like,
Oh, Tuppence, I'm sorry.
I feel a bit injured. Mr. Bunce, could you help me?
Sure thing.
You seem very happy, Bertie, despite the escapades of today.
Sorry, how
Well,
much
you
money
know,
did you say
we're
was in
still
the... what did you say?
20 silver and 50 copper.
10 healing.
To go up it,
10
and
healing.
also, can I investigate the hat and the staff, please?
Yep, you spend 10 minutes rolling an Arcana check.
Is there anything on him to confirm that he is one of these Knights of Last Wall?
He has a symbol of Iomade hanging around his neck.
23.
23. You think the staff is a staff of thunder, and the hat is a mage's hat.
Understand.
Okay. What does the mage's hat... I can figure out the
The
staff of
mage's
thunder.
hat gives you telekinetic hand.
Ooh.
Any other, like...
So the mage's hat gives you a +1 bonus to Arcana checks and allows you to cast it's prestidigitation, sorry, not mage's hand.
Oh.
So yeah.
For flair, though.
But yeah, for flair.
Any other...
Plus the plus
Hey,
one would
you
be pretty
get
cool.
I will
+1 when
say-
you're doing Arcana.
I used to use prestidigitation all the time in a previous campaign. It's
I
like a
use it-
little spell, but it can be really,
I use
really
it all the
useful.
time as well.
Yeah.
I've already got it.
But you could have something else in that space now.
You can't swap cantrips,
When you
can you?
level up, I think you can.
Yeah, when you
Okay.
level
No,
cantrip, you can...
if he finds and learns them, he can put them into his book.
Every morning. So you'd have...
Oh, so I can just swap my cantrips around.
Whatever
Once you've
cantrips you've got in
learned.
your spellbook, you can swap in the mornings.
Sweet,
But
okay.
if you've got
Yeah,
that
So we're so
many
many
cantrips,
sessions in, and Kyle has just realised this.
No, I know you can start swap spells around. I thought cantrips were more like dead set.
Nope.
if you know more than the number of cantrips you can prepare, then you can swap them around.
Sweet, I'm on that then again. I've got my cool hat. I got my
Amazing.
staff of
You've got
thunder.
your Thunderstar.
Okay, fine.
Minesh wants the staff.
We all want a lot of things, don't we, Minesh?
It's fine.
It is a
No.
very druidic looking staff.
Yeah, that's weird. No, the Staff of Thunder.
Uh-huh.
I've got a rough idea what it does, but what spell does it cast specifically?
The spells in the Staff of
It
Thunder.
summons a group of cats to come and fight for us.
No,
That'd be like an
it doesn't do
animal
that.
stuff.
Unfortunately, it's not that way inclined. Staff of Thunder does.
Thunder.
Thundercat.
Sudden bolt.
It's level 1 lightning bolt, and then electric arc, and what's the other one? Gust of wind, or whatever the.
I mean, electric arc is my go-to.
And I know, so you've already got it.
But then I can put another one in.
Staff.
I can carry 2.
Yeah,
You know what? Okay.
Full prone, it'll be 3 actions.
Sorry.
Wait, as a wizard, you can't cast electric arc, can you?
Yeah.
You can.
Why would
Something
I
like
not be able to cast electric arc?
I've just
Because
never
you're a
seen you
wizard.
cast it. Yeah.
That's actually a very good point.
No, he has cast it. I'm sure he cast it.
It's on the Arcane and Primal list too. Yes,
I've
it
got-
is.
Cast it in Big Bash Brewer and possibly.
No, that was,
And that was
Horizon
Horizon.
Thundersphere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Big damage.
I can
way-
train you to use it.
When the last time that, or one of the times that Xander was sort of looking at magic items and assumed doing detect magic, did the brooch on Beauregard's hat ping at all?
No, it's
is it just a nice
it's
brooch?
just a nice brooch.
It's just a nice brooch.
Yeah,
worth
so
like
it's
15
slashing
gold.
gust, electric arc, and then thunderbolt. I think it is from the first level spell. Thunderstrike.
So, I think perhaps we can't really leave the body here.
Well, I'm not carrying it. Look how
Maybe
wet
we
it
should.
If,
Maybe we should burn it.
I mean, if we remember rightly, when we were at
Look how
Gale's
pale it is.
Emporium of Torture, they sent in people to come and collect the bodies last time. so
Yes, but
just
I
let them know.
I don't think the Knights of Last will have enough resources.
I'll tell you what.
But Bertie, this is your kind of thing. What should we do?
Well, yeah, as long as we notify the Knights of Last Wall and the Spiral Shrine, and if we've cleared out this place, it should be
I'll
easier.
tell you what. How about I lift him and take him back to the entrance?
Well, I think it's safer if we all go rather.
Well,
than...
it's like only 10 feet that way.
Oh, is it? I thought
We're still
we'd-
very close to the entrance.
Oh, right. I thought.
So
we were a
Tuppence
bit
hoists him
further.
over his shoulder and walks away. He's like,
Well, you
"He's.
said you weren't going to carry him.
I'll carry him to the entrance."
It's
Okay.
like being big made you feel all stronger all of a
Oh,
sudden.
I'm a very.
yes,
He's
did you-
always very strong.
Did
He
you enjoy
disappears
that,
off.
Tuppence, being
Oh,
large?
that was great. It's the first time I've got to look down on anybody.
I mean, it might be a little while until I don't feel like I've got it in the blood right now.
No,
But,
I feel like you're expending a lot of power to make me larger.
I think it was worth every bit.
It was so much fun. And then he disappears off with the body, and about 5 minutes later comes back.
Just realised, with the mosaic, is that like done now, or will it come back unless we
think
keep
that's
doing the
what-
ritual
I
on
was
it?
That was
checking,
what
so
the
I can't remember what I
yeah,
rolled.
you
so-
rolled poorly because you were distracted by
So
the
it might
hat.
be
Oh, yeah, I
Can
rolled in that one.
Can
yeah.
I do that?
Yeah, go for it. Roll an Arcana or Occultism.
That's true. I was like, nice
For
hat.
God's sake. I'm not destined to this mosaic. That was a natural one.
Natural one.
I'll tell you what, since I rolled in that one and looking at the mosaic, maybe it's like one of those things where when you look at it, it like makes you look away because it's like too
That's what
too
we'll
much.
say.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a picture of like someone's butt or something, and it's like, oh, I can't inspect that.
Ulti looks at it, raises an
Never
eyebrow,
look directly at the butt.
looks around at you all, and he's
Looking at the
like,
eye.
Don't touch it.
I'm fairly certain that it's gone. It seemed to be tied to this, but I think Minesh totally and utterly destroyed it.
Well, that's good.
Congratulations, Minesh.
Well done, Death Leshy.
Thank you.
So, but my point. So
You
my
get
point
the
from
feeling
that.
because it was vitality damage that finished it off, it can't it would have come back,
regenerate.
but if it had been anything else.
So if it had been like slashing or piercing damage,
Or the fire was the other way around. Did the
Yeah,
spell the
then
other way
it
around.
wouldn't
Oh, interesting.
So my point is that anywhere that we find bodies of the Knights of Last War, if we exercise the area, we could just leave the bodies where they are. That Bertie's buddies know where they are, and they can come collect them themselves.
We could just burn them,
That's a second idea.
just in case they come alive.
well, we'll deal with that if we come across it again. But
There's only one exit from this place, and it leads west.
Is that
Oh.
deeper into the?
Yes,
Yes,
deeper
I think
into
we've
the
got-
books.
We've got. I think we do have to go deeper into the precipice.
They're
of
in
waters.
northwest.
Can we heal and stuff first?
Yes, do you think there's a hotel in here so we can have a nice little
Would you like
rest?
someone to treat your wound? I can't.
That would be
I
brilliant.
don't know if I
I
can
doubt
do it
there's
again
a
yet for
hotel
you.
here.
Minesh
or at
gets
least a
more mud up.
When
Oh,
I
wow.
fail to treat the wounds, how long till I can do it again for?
Have you got continual recovery?
No,
Then an hour.
an hour.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
this-
not been an hour yet.
Has it not been an hour?
So
Tuppence can do treat.
Tuppence can do treat wounds. Ulti does it. Do you need any Katarra?
I think I might be okay.
So Ulti does it to you, Xander, 8 healing. And then she goes over and has a look at Katarra's wounds.
I'm on 34 of 38, so.
She heals you anyway, 10 points of healing. And then she goes over to Bertie. Do you need any more, Bertie?
I could do with a bit of a patch up.
That 13 points of healing.
Blended. Thank you, as always,
I'm not
Ulti.
sure if Bethilde needs any healing.
I'm not entirely sure Bethilde took any damage.
Yeah, I'll just check.
However, after a while, she comes back round to Xander. Minesh, do you need any healing?
I'm fine, thank you.
She crits on Xander, so that's 13, 21, 22 points of healing.
Thank you, Alty.
Whereabouts
I'm
in
very good at this.
the day are we at?
You came here first thing in the morning, straight from the Spiral Shrine. You've probably been here maximum of 2 hours, probably about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at the most.
Still early, Bertie.
Oh, plenty a day to keep having fun experiences.
Shall we head northwest then, along this path?
Yes, because that's the only exit, isn't it?
Right, let's keep going then.
Yes, we were
before
just
we
busy healing up Tuppence.
before we leave, I go up to Minesh. Say, I would look rather stupid carrying around 2 staffs. Just keep this safe for me, and I give you the staff of thunder.
Oh, thank you, Xander.
Just keep it safe.
Uncharacteristic, generous
I'm
of
not.
you.
I didn't
Yeah,
say.
you-
I didn't say keep it.
You can only prepare 1 staff a day.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Yeah.
Wood, because my staff is just literally a bit of wood.
Yes, if you've got a staff that you charge,
Yeah.
then you can only prepare 1 of them a day.
Okay.
So your staff as
So-
it is just a mundane piece
Yeah,
of wood, so it
yeah.
doesn't matter. So you could use the staff of thunder.
Okay.
And is it a +1 staff?
No, it
just
casts
got the
slashing
staff.
gust, electric
Yeah.
arc, or
The other one.
the
The sphere.
It's just I could get another cantrip
Thunder-
because I use
Thunder
electric arc
strike.
all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So you will be
Yes.
able to change your cantrip tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so
On the
yes,
28th of
let's,
Erastus.
Let's proceed a little bit further.
So you head northwest along this passageway of, again, a hedged, it's almost like a hedge maze, this place. And as you step along here, the air grows thick with a coppery tang as you enter a hedged passage lined with the grotesque remnants of a nightmare attraction. A shattered terrarium lies among corroded torture devices, iron maidens, racks, bladed wheels, and strapados, all arranged in macabre, carefully crafted tableaux. Grimy displays of wicked implements rot in the damp, fetid air, no less sinister for having their edges dulled by time. A barely legible sign at the entrance reads, "Welcome to Hometown Horrors, a Nidalese terror tour." And a strange everlight crystals cast an eerie, blood-red glow across the path, making the twisted shadows seem almost alive. What do you intend to do?
Well, this looks inviting.
Oh yeah, look.
Friendly.
Yeah, I mean, Nidalese people aren't generally friendly, so I suppose that's what the attraction is. Look
Can I-
how I hurt my brethren. Usually we just kill all of them.
Can I cast Detect Magic, see if there's anything around at all? Or
You cast Detect Magic. There's a bunch of everlight crystals that are blood red.
okay.
They seem to have been like specially adapted to cast the blood red glow to create an eerie atmosphere. You detect the residue of a number of what seem to be illusions that are creating the coppery stench. You
Okay.
think originally, roll an Arcana check.
So that is 24.
24. You think originally these careful arrangements of torture devices were under some kind of permanent illusory scene, and they probably produced like victims in various states of pain and torture without actually harming anybody, so that the tourists could effectively, or the people who walked along here, could effectively experience the true terror of what it would be like. Now they seem to have corroded and faded to such a point that they're only producing the smell of blood. So it was all an illusion, you think, to further the atmosphere of this terror tour.
Rather macabre use of illusionary magic, but got the job done.
People will are entertained in many different ways.
Yes.
I can't believe what they did to the Everlight crystals.
Well, I mean...
Well, they're just red.
Yes.
How big are they?
Just normal-sized crystals so it could fit in the palm of your hand.
Oh, can I take one?
Yeah, I was going to take a couple.
Are they
Yeah, you
not
can take a couple.
normally white?
Yeah, you think it's an atmospheric thing. Like they've modified, they've just coloured the crystal in some way so that the Everlight produces a red glow.
If I like, kind of rubbed against the crystal, could it kind of remove the red sheen, or
You think if you rub it, it's paint. You reckon you could
Yeah.
peel it off with hot water or something?
okay? So we could use these as torches.
Yeah.
Yes.
How many do you take?
I'll take
It's 4.
4. Yeah, I'll take. Well,
I took one.
Bertie wanted one as well, so yeah.
Make a lovely pair of
Oh,
earrings.
I'll take the rest of the other 3, and I will chuck one to Minesh, and then. Do you two want to fight over? Do you two want to fight over it?
I think Beauregard should hold it for us.
No, I just need to have my sword, so...
Okay, I'll chuck the last one to Bethilde.
Okay.
And I will stick it onto the onto the hat, onto Beauregard's sparkly hat.
What
Okay.
about the brooch?
I thought you were going to say that on like where his nose would be. I thought it was very
No, I'm
festive.
talking about sticking it to his head, but he's wearing a hat, so I'm going to put it like next to the brooch, so it kind
So
of
you,
like
so
it's
you
basically
kind of
it's like-
balance it on
so
top of his head between his eyes.
Without
So no, I was
securing
going
it.
to attach it to the like
What are you attaching
the-
it with?
some rope.
Okay, so you're going to tie a crystal. Okay, so you
There's
loop a bit of rope
crystal
around the crystal.
to the hat. So it's like near the brooch. So now it's like he's basically a walking disco ball.
Beauregard looks like he's in some kind of gimp mask. With all of the ropes tied around him.
He's got a gag ball.
The knot looks like one. It looks like one, and he's like... as he continues to
Beauregard,
cough.
Look, you can be like I once heard this really good like sort of song or story about this like deer creature that had a sparkly nose, and then
Oh yeah, I heard that one.
and then
Says Tuppence.
it could lead this party of adventurers. So you could be just like that.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
called
his name was-
Rudolph.
I heard his name was Randy the Rudy Reindeer.
something like that.
Or was it Rudolph the Randy Reindeer? I don't know.
Carry the gimp.
And yeah, but
Beauregard the bondage beastie.
Triple B.
Beauregard the bondage mollusk. Submissive to the end.
Masochist mollusk.
In the Staff of Thunder, can I like entrap the Everlight into the wood?
You'd
If
have
there's,
to
like,
spend some time doing
Okay,
it. You
no,
couldn't
that's
immediately
it.
do
I
it.
think we need to just...
Also, the
Yeah.
Everlight never goes off, so in order to turn it out, if you want to hide, you have to put it in your pocket.
Yes,
Okay,
we're
understood.
Not exactly... People will see us coming.
Okay, I will
Or
put it in my
creatures.
pocket and deal with it another
Okay.
I mean,
day.
to be fair, normally they hear us coming, so it won't make too much of a difference.
What do you mean?
Well, I think it
Thank you,
was
example number 1. Example number 2 is over there. Looking at Bertie.
Yeah, Bertie was a good idea.
It was a
It
good
did-
idea.
It did clear the path.
You
for
do have a
us.
beautiful singing voice, Bertie.
Well, I hope to reprise my performance soon. Perhaps
As
not
you say
today.
that, you hear...
You might get the chance
I
to.
don't like the sound of that.
Can I roll perception to see if I can
Yeah.
see where
Roll
that's coming
perception
from?
check.
Yeah.
Yep, that'll be all.
Yeah.
No.
24.
24,
17.
17,
24.
24, 23.
I'm feeling 22.
Both me and Bethilde and Beauregard don't know what's going on.
Minesh, Bertie, you got 24, didn't you?
23.
23, and you 20.
24.
So, Bertie, Minesh, Xander, you all see the ground start to rise next to the terrarium as it bursts open and a swarm of scorpions come rolling out of it and run towards you. Roll for initiative.
Oh my goodness.
oh.
Don't you love when we all groan when we roll initiative?
Xander, what did you roll?
16. No, that's a lie. 14.
Okay, Katarra,
15.
Minesh,
24.
Bertie, Bethilde.
12.
God, was the roll so bad?
Scorpions are
Oh,
going to
everybody.
win.
It's been nice knowing you.
Scorpions will eat our
And I will say this is a
faces.
swarm, so it's basically going to be immune to everything I do.
Okay, top of the round is Tuppence. Tuppence runs up to the scorpions and like, Geronimo! And jumps on them and squats them with his shield.
Squats.
Squashes them, sorry, with his shield.
He just squats on them.
Lifts one on his shoulders. He intimidates.
He lifts his shield above him, bends his knees, and then swings it down between his legs in approved fashion and smashes it onto the floor. That's going to be a 22 to hit, which is going to hit. And it's bludgeoning damage, so he squashes them underneath him. That is going to be 7 points of bludgeoning damage as several scorpions die in his athletic performance, and he's going to do it again.
Athrobic. No, I prefer his athrobic.
That hits again. That's only 5 points damage this time, though. But he's like, yeah, I'm on the roll. Minesh, it's your go.
Okay, can I move? So I want to cast Timber.
Uh-huh.
So I need to move to make sure I can get as many of them in a line as possible.
You kind of move. You reckon that there's so many of them you won't have a chance. You won't have a problem hitting multiple.
You won't
Yeah.
have a chance.
Okay,
You won't have a problem.
basic reflex, please.
25.
Okay,
And this hits everything in a line, doesn't it?
Yes.
So it is an area of effect spell.
yeah. Is it just one roll?
Yes, it's one roll. They're one creature.
Okay, so they'll take half damage.
Mhm.
So I rolled 8, so 4 damage.
4 damage, which triggers their weakness that you know about. So that's going to be that. Already you kill a good percentage of the scorpions. They're thinner already. You've moved as well, didn't you? It's now the scorpions go. It's
Well,
now the scorpions go.
I've never seen a fat scorpion. I'm not surprised they're thinner.
They are going to scuttle over towards Tuppence and Minesh. They'll keep going and they'll surround. Katarra, you were near the front, weren't you?
Yeah.
All right, so they've got you as well. I need you all to make fortitude saves.
Everyone.
Sorry, reflex saves. Just Minesh, Tuppence, and
Right,
Katarra.
so reflex.
Yeah.
19.
You don't need to make one, Xander.
Oh, sweet.
Can I take yours?
Yeah, bud.
13.
13. You
20.
need to make a fortitude save now.
21.
You're fine.
What size is the moley?
Small.
So, Katarra, you take 3 points of piercing damage.
So
7 points of piercing damage from Minesh.
Huh?
You get 7 points of piercing damage from all the stingers.
From the scorpions.
And
So you have to do reflex
how's your
save.
fortitude save doing?
Awful. 11.
11. You're also gonna take some poison damage as you're afflicted with the scorpion's poison. 2 points damage. Poison damage. And Tuppence rolls 17, so he fails. So he's going to take 5 points of poison damage and 10 points of piercing. So he's like, "Oh, that hurt. That really hurt. I'm not happy about that at all." That's pretty much their go. It's now Katarra's turn.
Okay, so I'll try to do a feint. 27.
That would be a success.
Hit the-
Swarm Mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't work.
So I'll just try to hit.
You know that anything with the mental trait doesn't work against a swarm in general.
Yeah, so that is 25.
Hits.
So that is 6 points of damage.
Doesn't seem to affect it.
All right. Well, I'll try to hit again. No, it doesn't hit again.
Okay. Xander, it's your go.
You said I'm not next to the scorpions right now, am I?
No, it's moving down the line, and I imagined you were at the back.
Okay.
But we know that they're
Yeah.
weak to fire and area of effect spells.
Yeah. I'm going to rush to the front, and as I'm doing so, the orb on top of my sphere, it's kind of like other orbs are coming out of nowhere and replacing it and then being swapped out, and he picks out a green one. He kind of holds it. I get to the front in the middle of where the scorpions are, and then he's going to kind of stretch it out and cast Acidic Burst in a 5-foot emanation.
All right, so that's a reflex save.
Basic reflex, yep.
19.
That just meets the DC.
Okay, so it's half damage.
Damage, and that is 2d6. Crap on it. That's 3 points of acid damage.
3 points of acid. Again, triggers the creature's weakness. So more of the scorpions just curl up and shrivel up and start burning. That is your 3 actions. It's now Ulti's go. Ulti is going to move up to the edge of the scorpions, and she looks around at the rest of you and kind of shrugs, really. And then screeches at them and does Haunting Him. Fortitude save for them. That's going to be a 17, which is going to fail against her spell DC. And Haunting Him is...
That's like an area of
1d8,
effect, sort of,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yep, so she does 8 points of damage, and even more scorpions go flying as she just screams at them, and they're just bursting into just bits of blood and chitin as they're sent flying across this corridor. That's her go. It's now Bertie's go.
Is there space to move up next to Ulti and also do Haunting Him? Cool. 8 damage on the Haunting Him.
Okay, so they make their Fortitude save. This is going to be 23, so it will take half damage, so 4. Okay. Bethilde, it's your go.
So what percentage of the scorpions are left?
Well, at this point, most of them are gone.
So there's just like a handful.
There's a handful left.
Are they all together, like in a bunch?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to sort of look at the scorpions and be like, I think I'm developing a phobia of bugs, and then be sick on them.
Acidic. This is a caustic blast,
Caustic
yeah?
blast.
That's a reflex?
It's a reflex save, yeah.
26.
That's 1.
1 point damage.
1 point of damage.
Okay, you kill most of the remaining scorpions. There's a handful left. It's Tuppence's go. Tuppence uses his shield. That's going to be a 15 to hit, which is going to miss. He uses it again. Worse. He's not feeling great with this poison. He'll have another go. This time at -8. He's going to miss.
How many actions is it to punch something?
1 action.
If I had 1 more action, can I punch
Do you want
a
to punch
scorpion?
him? Go for it.
I'm going to try and punch a scorpion. 8. Does it hit?
Miss.
I just punch the floor. Like, oh!
Tuppence takes 4 further points of poison damage and then successfully shakes off the poison. So that brings us to Minesh.
So I'm going to try Timber again. So basic reflex, please.
19.
Okay, so they'll take half damage. So that is 10, so 5 damage.
5 damage. And the last of the scorpions wither and explode beneath the tree as you kill them all off.
Minesh is brutal in here.
She's a death.
I'm a death, bless you.
Minesh brings death to all of nature's abominations.
Yes.
Congrats.
Maybe we should harvest some of these for our learned friend.
I think
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Oh, I thought he was more concerned with the bigger creatures.
He likes bugs, though. We should deal
Yes,
with
but he only gave us a certain number of jars.
Yeah.
I mean, scorpions aren't known for coming in swarms, so there's clearly something weird about these
Well, I
ones as
suppose-
well.
was a terrarium.
I'm going to look at the scorpions and see if they're weird.
I suppose
Roll
we can
a
always,
nature check.
fill one of the jars up with some of these samples, and if we find
17.
something
17.
else, we can always empty the jar.
They look like the cliff stinger scorpions that Albus was talking about when you met him. He told you about, they've something from Nidal. And if this is a terra tour based on that nation, it's highly probable that these cliff stingers likely lived in that terrarium before it broke.
I think they came from the terrarium. I think they're just a normal scorpion.
There is a body in the terrarium as well.
Yes.
But also there's a body.
Can we
I think
infect the body?
the most urgent of that you forgot about.
Yes, I didn't really notice, and then I sort of
Yeah.
spotted.
Let's
Roll a
check the
perception
body. Oh, no.
18.
18,
14.
14,
24.
24.
And that one, so I assume I'd just.
You look at them and you're so horrified by all of the bites and stings and the bloated face that you're just like, ugh, Beauregard, help me.
I think we need to get out of here, Beauregard.
You roll them over and they seem to be an elf, or at least they would have been. But their face is bloated with poison. The flesh has been rended with claws. You also do notice that there's a second body underneath it, or at least a skeleton of one that is long, long dead and has been stripped clean. However, searching the body, you find a minor healing potion.
Is this the guy we're looking for?
They do have another symbol of Iomedae sewn
It's
into
another
their cloak.
Knight of Last Wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You check for tags in their cloak, back of their tunic, but their mother didn't seem to sew them there.
No wonder he
His
left
wife?
and joined the Knights.
It's a woman.
Oh.
So her wife didn't know.
Yeah.
Tuppence, would you mind taking this body back to the entrance?
He's really? Oh, all right. He lifts it over his shoulder and jogs off. And about 10 minutes later,
Squats in.
10 minutes later, he comes back. Look, just because I'm senior to you doesn't mean you can take the mickey out of me.
Yes, I can.
No.
He's been thinking about that the entire way back.
There seems to be only a westward path here.
Yes, so that's the path we take.
Okay, let's go. Anybody else? Does anybody need healing? Because I do.
No, strangely enough, it seems that we've had a couple of fights now, and I've not taken any damage at all.
That's
I think
because
I'm.
you're being sensible for a change and staying out of danger
Yes.
and at the back of the
I
party.
think I must be getting extra tough.
No, I think,
Maybe I'm so scary that nothing wants to fight me anymore.
No, I think it's because you're no longer trying to be on the front line.
Well, as this is happening, Minesh is rubbing mud on herself.
Is this after I hidden those bodies?
Ulti starts binding Tuppence's wounds.
I feel like it's all gone uphill from there.
Yep. Yeah.
That is just looking at you like gobsmacked. Like, you seem to forget about the time you actually died.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
She's still in denial about this.
I didn't die. I went for a walk.
Into
In
the
flames.
boneyard.
I didn't see any
flames.
bones. There was a strange voice and a building, but
Are we
Okay.
walking as...
I'm imagining you're walking.
Yeah.
And talking.
Yep.
Well,
As
do we-
you wander your way through the corridor, the bugs being a bit thinner here, which allowed you to. And some of you still got torches out, haven't you?
Yeah.
You were all in such close proximity that you can actually see within 5 feet of you. Clearly.
do the Everlight things make a difference?
No, the Everlights don't push back the swarm, but the fire does.
Yeah,
Create.
'cause they don't like fire.
A torch gives you a 5-foot emanation around you, which then means you don't have to in melee roll a.
Yeah.
flat
no,
check.
We've still got the torches, yeah.
All right, so a rotting sign creaks as it sways with the motion of the swarm. Its barely readable lettering welcoming visitors to the celestial menagerie. Beyond lies a graveyard of rusted cages and shattered chains, the hollow remnants of a once grand attraction. Grimy plaques jut from the spongy, moss-ridden earth, a few visible words hinting at the exotic beasts that once were kept here, as do the bones that lie scattered among the cracked cobblestones and dry insect husks, yellowed, gnawed, and forgotten.
Can we investigate the bones stuff? See if there's anything weird
Yeah,
about
roll
them.
a perception check.
I'm gonna listen out for any animals. If it's a menagerie, I assume there was animals. Oh, wasn't that 20?
Hey!
Yeah.
Well done. 17.
Yeah, 26.
23.
23, 26, Katarra? 26. The bones are really, really old. Quarter of a century, maybe, you reckon? It's very difficult to tell what killed them because the bones have been cleaned out of marrow, but that could be something that happened post-mortem rather than evidence of their cause of death. What you do, however, notice are 2 shapes sitting on top of one of the cages that seem ever so often to lash out with a small hand, grab some of the bugs that are buzzing around them, and shove them into her mouth, and then start chewing.
Yeah, I was specifically looking for anything that was alive, not dead.
Yes,
So
this
those
something
things
is
is
sitting
that,
on
yeah.
top of the cage. There's
Can we
2
see?
of them.
Can we see? Do they look like people? Or?
You kind of creep a bit closer, and you see this tufts of white fur around a sort of a simian face, this big jaw that's crunching these bugs, the bits of them flying out. Parts of the fur seems to have fallen out, almost as if it's either got alopecia or it's the evidence of insect stings. But 2 sets of monkey's eyes look towards you.
Oh, it's a monkey.
They're not friendly monkeys.
Can I
Oh,
roll,
friendly over there.
can I roll to see if I remember what these are? Can I roll to see what these are?
Nature.
Yeah, can I roll as well?
Can I roll a stealth check?
Do
No,
they
I
look
don't know what
friendly?
this is.
Natural
Go for
20!
it.
Hey!
This has been a proper 20 sack.
I know.
What'd you get?
I got a natural 19, but I can't check my stealth modifier at the second.
Okay. I think it's plus 10 for you or something like that. Minesh, you know, these are Sargava... Well, they used to be called Sargava macaques, but now they're called Vidrian macaques since the colony was renamed. They're a type of monkey from the middle of Garund.
Are they an endangered species?
They will be.
They will be. They are... They live in the jungles in the Moangi Expanse.
Okay. So why would they be in here?
You think they were part of the menagerie.
There's a zoo.
It's a petting zoo.
Pleasure garden, wasn't
yes,
it?
of
Yeah.
course.
It's a petting zoo.
Okay.
They probably were very friendly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hundreds of years ago.
Wait, how long do they live for? Would I know?
You think on average 25 to 30 years?
So I can assume that this wouldn't have been a direct monkey that was in the menagerie, it being an offspring of one that would have been in there.
Does it look
Possibly.
really old?
He said about wide tufts and
white
missing
fur
bit. Yeah.
falling out. And
It
you
looks a
say-
bit old and
And you did say
mangy.
that those bones
You know,
were a quarter of
mangy.
a century old, which is 25 years. So these could be like...
Yeah, 20
27.
to 27 years, depending on the species of macaque, if you're interested.
So they could be like a really old monkey.
really old? Okay.
Maybe
But
they're a
then it
breeding
could
pair.
have been interbred with anything else that's in there.
Beauregard, why don't you go up there and see if the monkeys are friendly? So Beauregard's going to...
Another one snatches, the second one snatches another fistful of the bugs and just puts them into its mouth.
Bethilde,
Like-
just before you go,
Be
before you let
careful. I'm
him
not
go,
going.
just before you let him go, just gonna put this out there. The creatures that you're seeing eat bugs and insects and whatnot, do you think it'd be a good idea to send Beauregard, of all creatures, to interact with
And
them?
nothing's been friendly here thus far.
I mean, he does have a very spangly hat, so
Yeah.
I feel like if
I mean-
anyone can establish with a friendly, it would be Beauregard.
I mean, we could just give them a wide berth.
Also, he's very large. He's definitely
I don't
too
know
large
if
for him
they,
to
I'm
walk.
not convinced that that is.
It's probably a 20-foot square area, bordered by hedgerows.
I got 28 on stealth.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Yeah, Beauregard's going to like sort of
There is-
slither up to look at them.
okay, there is a chance that they're going to be like the sin wasp and everything because they look quite old with all the tufts of hair and...
That was almost musical.
Can I roll was it insight or whatever to see if these are angry
yeah, go
monkeys
for it.
or
Yeah, Beauregard's going to sort of slither up towards them and sort of try and look at them from closer to see if they look
as
like they're friendly.
As he slides up the side of this cage that they're sat on, roll a fortitude save for tetanus.
Oh.
I rolled a
22.
7.
He's fine.
I rolled a 7 on my inside.
7. These monkeys look like you could take them out to dinner and they'd sit in your lap.
So when he
They
when
look
he
friendly.
so when he gets so he's going to get like up closer to them and sort of like wiggle his eye stalks at
As he
them in a
gets
friendly
closer
fashion.
to them, they both back away, going,
Do we see them back away?
they back away as if it's scaring them.
Okay, maybe send Beauregard back and we should be able to ignore them. They don't seem aggressive and I don't feel like I want to kill them for the sake of it.
Yeah, it's
Makes
unnecessary.
a change, Minesh.
Monkeys,
Well,
if you're
they're not
lonely, do you want
aggressive.
to come with us? Do you want to come down?
As Beauregard slithers back down, they move back to the edge of the cage and
We've got some nice treats for you here, and I'm going to find some. There's got to be some kind of food on us to hold out, like rations or something to
I mean,
hold
Okay.
out for them.
They've got an abundance of food.
Yes, but they're lacking companionship,
They've got each other.
human companionship. I mean, well, person companionship.
I mean, as you are well aware, you don't need to have a human to be a companion.
I know. I just thought it's not a very friendly place, and if they are friendly, it seems like we should take them with us rather than leave them here.
Yeah, I guess if they, but yeah, up to them, I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to try and sort of coax the monkeys down to be friends.
one of the monkeys moves towards the edge of the, further towards the edge of the cage, looks down at you. And then its tail comes flying towards you. And it's not the tail of a monkey, it's the tail of a scorpion. As it impales you and begins to drag you towards it. How does 23 do against your AC?
It's
You're going to take
that's not very good, monkey.
11 points of piercing damage. And you're grabbed. And you are going to take some bleed damage. Or at least you will when it gets around to your turn, as it begins to drag you across the floor towards it. As the other one lunges one at Bertie and misses with a 17, and it hits the ground straight in front of you, pulls it back, and begins for another attack. These don't seem to be natural. They're very much part of the swarm.
Okay.
And they're hungry. And that is where we end this episode.
Like a simian xenomorph.
You can find us on your favourite social media platforms. You'll find links in the description below.
Thanks as always to Syrinscape for the amazing atmosphere and music. Make sure you check them out at Syrinscape.com. You've just got to be using them at your gaming table, because epic tales need epic music.
Thanks for listening. We've been Epic Tales and Critical Fails.